If you're planning to be a host family for a foreign exchange student, let this ridiculous Lifetime movie be a warning. From 2017, this is Deadly Exchange. I'm Jay Harangue and I've wasted hours of my life watching terrible films.
You should subscribe.
This is Samantha and her daughter Blake.
Did you check your email? We have a new video message.
I did. She's getting in tomorrow night. Yes.
The message is from Chloe Miller, an exchange student from England who's supposed to be arriving tomorrow. Now, I don't know much about foreign exchange programs, so feel free to explain in the comments, but I'd assume from the word exchange that it meant something was going in the other direction. This one is just an English student arriving in an LA suburb for an entire school year.
I see.
I'm not sure who's supposed to gain what from this arrangement, as both kids speak the same language, but whatever, that's what's happening. This is Blake's pathetic boyfriend, Jack. Why is she going out with him? No idea. He's poor, so I can only imagine he's got a massive knob.
Yeah, I guess you have a point.
Blake's dad and sister recently died in a car accident, by the way, and this is briefly touched on when Blake looks at this photo, but hardly mentioned again, so let's pretend they never existed.
Okay.
Oh, and here's the exchange student, Chloe Miller. She's from Canterbury. For Americans, that's Canterbury, England. But of course, she's no normal foreign exchange student. She's left England because she just murdered the man who she thinks killed her mother 10 years ago. And because Samantha looks just like her mum, apparently, Chloe's decided that she's going to do whatever it takes to make Samantha her new mummy.
I usually prefer tea, but I hear you make the best cappuccino in town.
Samantha and Blake are really excited about Chloe's arrival, as are Samantha's colleague Lisa and the editor of the local newspaper Ruth, who wants to write an expose on an outsider's perspective on their town. Why would anyone want to read that? No idea. Also, why is Ruth dressed like this? It's as if someone told this woman to go to the Lost and Found and pick out anything that she thinks an old woman would wear. Anyway, so Samantha and Blake take Chloe home and show her to her new room.
I'll go get you a cup of tea then.
Oh, piss off. The next day is Chloe's first day at Stock Footage High. Chloe sees what Blake's wearing and tells her it's totally unacceptable, so she wears this dress instead. And immediately...
Is that Blake Winters?
I had no idea she's that hot.
Blake!
That's right, she's straight in with a popular crowd and all the boys want to shag her. Unlucky Jack. Back at the cafe, Lisa is telling Samantha to ask this guy Scott out, who's been coming in every day for ages to perv on her.
Yes. It's a date.
That's nice, isn't it? Yeah. Back at school, Chloe has convinced Blake to go to cheerleading tryouts.
Cheerleading trials.
We'll talk about it later.
And Jack knows what that means. Samantha doesn't know what to wear for a date with Scott, so Chloe gives her one of her mum's old dresses. Samantha puts it on and now she looks exactly like Chloe's mum.
Not really.
But for plot purposes she does, and the date goes really well, yeah. The next day at Stock Footage High, cheerleading tryouts are about to start. When it's Blake's turn, Chloe sees a message from Jack on Blake's phone and replies telling him she's busy and that she'll message him later. Then deletes the evidence. And look, Blake has made the squad. And how could she not after a performance like this? Jack sees Blake in her cheerleader outfit and wants to speak to her alone.
I feel like you've been acting differently towards me.
Jack, we don't even know where we're gonna be next year.
We're gonna be in college together.
Let's not talk about that right now.
The next day, there's a pool party. Everyone there is good-looking and tanned, apart from Jack, who's pathetic, skinny and pale. Inside, Blake is making some squares out of fruit. Yeah, it's quite clear now that Blake stopped wearing that stripy jumper that she's way out of Jack's league. Oh, and get this, Jack can't swim. Chloe goes up to him and she's like, look, Jack, Blake's too good for you, so why don't you piss off?
Get away from me.
Oh no, he's fallen in the pool and everyone's laughing. What is this guy doing? Anyway, I'm sorry, but come on, even if he can't swim, he could at least reach out for the side. Alternatively, he could just walk out, as he can clearly stand. But for plot purposes, Blake has to jump in and save him.
You pushed me.
What are you talking about?
Don't play games with me.
Calm down.
Blake's like, okay, Jack, that's enough of your lies. Go home.
Good job, Chloe.
You have all these people fooled, but not me.
And as the party continues, Jack goes snooping around upstairs and takes a photo of Chloe's passport.
Did you find anything good?
You can't hide your true colors forever.
That's where you're wrong. I'm just getting warmed up.
Later that night, while Samantha's out on another date with Scott, Blake is sad because of how things ended with Jack. But Chloe's like, don't worry about that. Shane and Travis are on their way round. Meanwhile, Jack is on his computer and finds out that Chloe's passport is fake and that the real Chloe Miller died 6 years ago. So he messages Blake immediately. But Chloe grabs her phone and responds, telling him to meet her in the backyard in an hour. Chloe then spikes Blake's drink, sends the boys home and meets Jack by the pool.
Oh, Jack.
So he's dead. And to make it look like he did this to himself, Chloe sends a text from his phone to Blake saying there's nothing left to live for. Blake wakes up in the morning hungover and sees the message, but Samantha sees something worse. So everyone's really sad. While everyone's sat around moping, Chloe offers to go and do something at the cafe that involves her being trusted with the keys and clocking the combination for the safe. Oh, hi, Ruth.
I was still hoping that we could sit down and do that cover story.
Chloe's like, it's not a good time, Ruth. Jack's just died.
Sounds like things aren't going so good back home either.
Chloe's like, what do you mean? And Ruth's like, I'm guessing you heard about the vicious murder in Canterbury.
No, I did not.
But Chloe doesn't want any loose ends, so she agrees to meet Ruth outside the library. And what's just outside the library? A flight of deadly lifetime stairs. So she's dead. And in the few minutes it's taking Chloe to get home, there's already a news report about her death on the TV.
Wow, that was fast.
Then we go over to Jack's house for his wake. Jack's mum doesn't seem to like Chloe very much.
Get out of my house!
Whoa.
Then Detective Hartley of the Useless Lifetime Police Department steps in. Why is she there? Because plot.
There's been a new development that we need to discuss. Let's go.
They go down to the station and the ULPD question Chloe and Blake about texts sent to Jack on the night he died. Nothing whatsoever comes out of this, so we'll just skip it.
Thank you.
When they get home, Chloe hears Samantha telling Blake that she doesn't think things are working out with Chloe and that it's time she went home. So Chloe sends Samantha an email pretending to be her mum, telling her that tomorrow is Chloe's 18th birthday.
I know it would mean the world to her if she celebrated.
So Samantha can't send her home now. In fact, Samantha and Blake are going to throw her a party.
Good.
At the party, Chloe blows her candles out and makes a wish.
To be here with you forever.
That's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Now that Chloe's got rid of Jack and Ruth, next on the list is Scott. Why? No idea, but he's next on the list. So Chloe takes her pants off, puts them in Scott's coat pocket, and tells Samantha that he's been diddling her.
What? He said the only way that he would stop was if I gave him mine. If you gave him your what?
So Samantha goes straight round to Scott's house.
This is the coat you wore last night, right?
Yeah. I have no idea how those got there.
But she's like, whatever, Scott, you disgusting perv. That night, Samantha and Blake agree that it's all just too much now and that Chloe has to go home. But Chloe overhears their conversation. The next day, when the girls leave for school, Samantha emails Chloe's parents to tell her that she wants her to return home. But when she presses send, she hears a notification sound coming from Chloe's laptop. Samantha has now put two and two together and realizes that Chloe has been going around killing people.
At last.
So she goes to pick up Blake from school, where she's told that neither Blake nor Chloe have shown up for school today. So she calls the Foreign Exchange Student Agency.
I'm sorry, but there's no Chloe Miller in our system.
Oh dear. Next stop, the ULPD.
That never goes well.
That's right, Detective Hardy can't do anything.
Really?
It seems that all these ULPD detectives expect victims to compile all the evidence before they even look into any possible crimes. What do they do all day? Anyway, then Samantha calls Scott. Obviously, she makes a grovelling apology, then asks him to meet her at the cafe. He's like, no problem, I'll be right there.
Thank you.
He's like, I don't suppose you've still got Chloe's pants, have you? Never mind then. When Samantha gets to the cafe, Lisa tells her that some money, a gun, and the keys to her cabin in the woods have all been taken.
I think I know where they are.
So it's off to the cabin. And yeah, Chloe's drugged Blake and taken her there. Why? No idea, but that's what's happening. When this old man comes to welcome them, Blake makes a run for it. Unfortunately, she falls over like this. This is shit.
It is.
And just as Chloe's about to give Blake another dose of chloroform...
Stop it! Do you know what the hardest part about being in an orphanage is?
I'm guessing the beds are uncomfortable, the food's not great, and the lack of privacy probably means knocking one out is a bit of a mission. No, Chloe says it's the feeling of not being wanted.
Oh.
Anyway, then Chloe grabs the gun and is about to shoot Samantha. But she can't because she still wants her to be a new mummy. So she drops the gun and Samantha puts her to sleep with a chloroform. 8 months later, while Chloe's in prison trying to get her psychiatrist to be a new mum, we see that Blake has graduated. And she dances like this. Scott asks Samantha if she'll exchange that pair of Chloe's pants for this engagement ring. And she agrees. So everyone's really happy. And that's the end of the film. So until next time.
Starting this channel is one of the best things I've ever done. You guys continue to show me so much love and support, and I'm grateful for all of you.
And when it's my time to go, I need you to know I love you all.